So again, we're starting on our back with a block, the long way, the low way, between the upper back shoulder blades. If you have a second block, you can place the block underneath your head. And move your arms out to the side so the palms are up, the hips are relaxed open. And depending on the size of the block, how elevated your chest will be. So for some of you, this will be a really big heart opening, and for others, just a nice open release. Just close your eyes, gaze to the tip of your nose. Don't anticipate anything. At this moment, just let your body come to find some stillness on the mat. Breathe in and deepen the breath across the chest, across the ribs, across the belly. Take a few more rounds just here on your back. And as you start to draw in the next breath, start to draw the heels in closer to your hips with a bent knee. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead and in over your chest. Interlace your fingers and just turn the palms inside out and upside down. And reach your shoulders off the floor or off the block. As you exhale, draw the arms back down towards the floor or the block. So it's like a scapular punch. We lift the arms up and away and then bring them back down towards the floor or the block. Lift the arms up and away and then open out. A couple more rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. If you have the space, take the arms over your head. Whether the arms touch with the arms together or not, or just release the arms. Or if it's too extreme, then just bring the arms down. Inhale, float the arms by your side. If you're on one or two blocks, roll to either side, move your blocks out, and come up to a seated position. And let's just take the soles of the feet together. Open the knees wide and keep the space between your groin and your heels wider. Take your hands on top of your foot and just get it right as this inner arch here and fold over. Chin to chest, round your spine. I know it's rare that I say that. Pull the belly into your spine and let your neck relax, shoulders relax. So the upper back is kind of curving over the legs. You can also put your head on a block. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up to sit. Interlace your fingers again, the other finger on top. Stretch the arms out in front of you. And then from here, just pull your belly into your spine. I guess my clock didn't start. Round your back like a cat. Inhale, lift yourself up. Arms come by the ears or as close to. Exhale, round and curl. Pull the belly in. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lift up. Rotate your torso right. Release your left hand to the outside or the right knee. Anywhere you can grab, it's comfortable, don't force the knee. Right hand behind you, a little bit more towards your left side. Lengthen your torso and turn to the right side. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. Inhale, return to the center. Arms come back up and waist either way, arms all the way up. Exhale, turn to your left side. And then release the right hand outside the left thigh. Left arm behind you towards the right side. Give you length in the spine, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return to center. Stretch both arms up overhead, interlace one more time. Exhale, hinge forward. And one more time, come into this rounded spine, chin to chest. You can just hold on to the tops of your feet. Inhale, roll back to sitting. Take your hands outside your knees, bring the legs in closer. Swing the legs around to either side. Come to your hands and knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Move your knees back onto your hips, keep your hips up, and then drop the forehead or the chin to the floor. And try not to create that much of a ski slope between your two shoulder blades. Take the right arm underneath the left arm. Take the back of your head towards the floor. One more breath. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, fold down the center. Inhale, take your left arm underneath your right, back of the head towards the floor. Inhale, return to center. One more time, just letting your chest melt towards the floor. Inhale, rise up, walk the hands back under the shoulders. Good. And then just step your right foot in between your two hands. Put your hands on the floor of the blocks. Left leg goes back behind your hip. Shoulders back away from the ears. Drop through the left hip. Lift your belly up and away from your thigh. Good. Breathe. Keep the action. Stretch your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Place the hands on top of the thigh, right by the crease, and then press the skin forward so you create a little bit more space. You might come upright first, and then begin to bring it down. Just turn to the right side. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, without using your hands if possible, straighten your front leg as much as you can. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor blocks now. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Exhale, bring your right leg by your left leg. Inhale, send your left foot between your two hands. First, stay in a nice low lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead, just to lift yourself up. Exhale, place your hands on your thighs, close to the crease. And start to just move the crease again. If you want to move back first, and then move back, your hips back down, and then just stretch your leg or your skin forward. Not an overarching of the back, right? Just keep the tailbone underneath. Now without using your hands if possible, straighten your front leg. Sit upright. Inhale, stretch your arms up now. Exhale, hinge forward. And release your hands to the floor of the blocks. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Sink a little lower. Now, tuck your right toes underneath you. Lift the knee off the floor. Turn to your right side. Take a block behind your right ankle. And then come back to the center. You can also take a block in between your two sides, your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, send the weight so that there's a slight bend in the knees. The weight goes more into the balls of your feet rather than your heels. And then find yourself with a long spine. Walk your hands a little bit forward. So like a down dog in a wide leg. And then shift your weight back, but keep the bend in the knee. Biceps by the ears. Take your right arm underneath your left arm, grab your ankle, draw your hips to center, look over or under your left arm and twist. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, left arm to right ankle or shin. Inhale to center. Exhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. If you have a strap or towel, you might want to grab that as well. So I'll just use my towel since it's here. Start to bring your hands to your hips and rise up. You know, even a belt would be good, is good. Turn your toes out and take your strap or your towel into your right hand. Take your right arm up and overhead, bend the elbow. Good. So have enough of the band or the strap or the towel behind you so that, or underneath you that you can, yeah, there you go. Take your left arm behind you, reach up your back and hold on to the towel, or the strap or the band, or not, use your hands. Bend your knees, tailbone tucks underneath you, and push your back into your hands, or your towel or your strap. So you have a little bit of extension here. Good. Sit down a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, bend to your right side as you exhale. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, back to center. Straighten your legs. Turn your toes forward. Soften your knees and fold over your legs, or in between your legs. Again, shift the weight towards the balls of your feet. And right from here, just release the towel or the strap in between your two legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and place your hands back on your hips. Good. Turn your toes out a little bit. Take the strap in the left hand up and over your head. Have enough behind you that you can take the other arm up towards it. Take your right arm behind you. Reach up as high as you can on your towel. Elbow by your ear. Bend your knees, tailbone underneath you. Inhale. Exhale, lean to your left side. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right side. Inhale back to center. Sink a little lower. Exhale, press to straight legs, turn the toes forward. Inhale. Just lean back against your hand, against your head. Strap against your back. And then exhale, fold over between your two legs. As much or as little as you can. You can keep choking up on the strap if you have space. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Good. Inhale, release the strap or towel. Just put it off to the side. Lengthen your spine on the breath, hands down. Exhale, walk to your right foot. Turn your right foot to the back of the mat. Turn your left toes as if there were a clock now at the back of your mat. 10 o'clock on your back toes. Bend your right knee. You have the block on the outside of your right foot. Keep it there on any height. Adjust your legs as much as you need. Take your left hand to your hip and rotate your torso open. Stack your shoulders. Take your left hand on your shoulder. Simon says. Good. And then inhale, stretch your left arm to the sky. Turn your left palm towards the front, what is now the front of your mat. Bring the arm over your head, and then spin your thumb to the sky. Tailbone stays underneath you, and reach long side angle pose. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit lower so the right thigh is parallel to the floor. One more long breath. Inhale. Exhale, release your left hand outside or inside your right leg. Straighten your right leg and jump your left foot in a little bit closer and just square the hips over. Fold over, pyramid pose. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. Fold over. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. Inhale, lengthen your spine. If you only have one block, bring it with you as you turn to face the left side of the mat and then turn to the left leg to the front of the mat. If you have a block, you're going to place it on the outside of your left foot, any height. Right toes, now the clock turned to the front of your space, and the right toes are to 2 o'clock. Bend your left thigh, or your left knee, thigh parallel. Left hand on your hip as you open up. Then bring the left hand, or the right hand, to your shoulder and open up a little bit deeper. Back leg is firm. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Lift out from the bottom side of your body. Turn your right palm to the mirror. The mirror, what mirror? The front of your space. And over your head. Rotate the torso. Breathe in. Feel the length from the right fingertips to the right toe tips. One more breath and hold here. Make sure you're not putting all your weight into your left hand. Use the legs. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down. Spin your back foot or step it in a little closer and straighten your leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Old habits die hard, right? Mirrors and back walls and things like that. Keep your left big toe pressing down into the earth. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Again, if you only have one block, take it with you. Otherwise, just turn to the center of your space. Adjust your feet. Inhale, hands to your hips. Stand all the way up. Good. Exhale. Take your arms shoulder height. And your arms at this point should be over your ankles or your heels. Right? If not, widen your stance a little bit. Turn your right toes to the right. Left toes come back to that 10 o'clock on the back clock. Bump your hips to your left side. Reach out as far as you can go. And then take your right hand on the block on the outside of your shin. Left hand to your hip first. Rotate your torso. Left arm to your shoulder. Open up a little bit more. And then left arm in the air. Turn your left palm to face what is now the front of your mat. Bring it over your head. Rotate your torso around. Stay with the arms like this and just bend your right knee and you're back in that side angle pose. So all we did was put a bend into the knee. Everything else stays open, tailbone's underneath you. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left hand, turn your body forward. Forward is now the back of your mat. Step your back foot in a little closer and straighten your front leg. Use blocks or your hands on the fingertips or shins and fold in half. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Walk your hands forward. Feel free to use the block. Send your left leg in the air. Take your right hand under the right shoulder, and now begin to spin the left hip open. Hand on the hip to start. Hand on the shoulder, a little bit more opening, and then hand up over your head, a little bit more opening. Hug your right hip into the midline, and now turn your left palm towards what is now the front of your mat. Same thing we've been doing. So the arm goes over the head. Good. I know it's an awkward position for the camera. Good. Now, you can keep the left arm as it is. Begin to bend your right knee. Slowly step back. Right hand comes back on the block. Side angle. And then flip your back up higher. Straighten your front leg. Triangle. Press down. Inhale, rise up. Stand up tall. Adjust your hips. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. If you have the block, one block, place it on the outside of your left foot. Bump your hips to the right, move your torso to the left, and then take your left hand down on the block outside your calf. Right hand to your hip, open up the torso. Right hand to the shoulder a little bit more, and then right hand in the air, lift the left side of your body up and in. Legs are firm. Turn your right palm to the front of the room and take the arm overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Now keep the action in the upper body. Bend your left knee, place the block outside the ankle, side angle pose. If you need the adjustment, just put the hand back on the shoulder to remind you to open up. Inhale, lower your right hand. Turn your hips square, step your back foot in a little closer, straighten both legs. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Walk your hands forward. Inhale, look forward. Bend your left knee, float your right leg up. Start with the hips a little square. Then keep the left arm under the shoulder. And begin to spin it open. Right hand on the hip. Open your torso. Right hand on your shoulder. A little bit more opening of the torso. And then eventually, perhaps, right arm up overhead. Turn your right palm to the front of the room. And then rotate your torso. So really long lines happening here. Inhale. Good, exhale. Now soften your standing leg. Choose to have your hands in the same position or put your hand back on your hip or shoulder. As you bend your left knee, start to send your right leg back. Left hand goes back on the block outside the ankle. You're back into side angle pose with a long arm overhead, left thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale, take your right, keep your arms the same, Straighten your left leg, bring the block higher. Open up your torso, shoulder, chest, hips, everything. If you only have one block, keep it with you, take it up to standing. Turn your toes, just put the block back behind your right foot for now, and then bring your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down. Lift your chest, exhale, forward, fold. Head down, arms come up. Shift the weight towards the balls of your feet, so no pressure in the knees. Shake out your head, yes and no. Inhale, release your hands to the floor. Look forward. Exhale, turn to the right side. Step your back foot in a little closer, straighten your front leg. Keep your block either on the inside or outside of your right foot. I'll just turn to the front for a second so anybody needs to see. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips and rise up to standing. You're facing the back of the room, I'm just facing front so you can see if you need it. Put your right hand on your hip. Left arm comes up in the air, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward and pull the right hip back and level out your pelvis. Keep rotating the torso as you bring the hand inside or outside, foot shin or block. And once again, hand on the hip first, start to open up the chest, shoulder. Then put the hand on the shoulder, bring it up, and this time we'll just keep it overhead. For now, breathe in and breathe out. Twisted triangle pose. And yes, of course, now if you want to bring the arm overhead, don't expect, that you have to go. You get a nice one. Good. Breathe. Inhale, bring your hands to the inside of your right leg and fold. Lengthen your spine. Step your left foot back, bend your right knee. Warrior two leg pose, right? So the legs are in warrior two. Right hand is on the inside or on a block or your thigh. Left hand moves to your hip, rotate your torso open. Left hand moves to your shoulder, rotate your torso open. Inhale, stretch your left arm up, and this time take your left arm behind your back. Perhaps take it on the inside of your thigh. Right arm can come underneath for a full bind, but you know that if your top arm pulls forward, release the bottom arm. Open up into your twist, side angle, bound, side angle. One more breath in the bent knee. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Bound triangle pose. Keep working your left shoulder on top of your right and open up your torso. One more breath. If your arms are bound, release the bind. If you have only one block, grab it with you. Come up to standing. Turn your toes to the center. Switch the block to your left hand. Turn your left toes out. Good. Inhale, we're going to take our hands to the floor. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. Take your block inside or outside your left hip. Inhale, lengthen, put your hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. So your feet are still hips width apart. You might have to shorten or widen or deepen your stance. Good. Hands on your hips or hands on your shoulders. Inhale, stretch the right arm up. Take the left hand to your sacrum. Lift out of your waistline and then hinge forward. Now, there's going to be a tendency to lift possibly this right hip up. So before you go down further, level it out. You can bend the left knee as much as you need to. Then keep the length in the torso as you rotate the torso. Hand inside, outside, foot shin or block. Left hand is on your hip. Inhale. Exhale, bring left hand to your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left arm up. Inhale. Twist a little deeper. And now you can stay with that because it's plenty. Or take your left arm and bring it over your ear without adjusting your hips anywhere. Right, so staying stable through the hip. Inhale, release your hands. Exhale, fold over. Bring your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Step your right foot back. Bend your left knee. Inhale, right hand to your hip. Exhale, right hand to your shoulder. And take the right arm up. And for now, right arm comes behind your back. You can stay with that or put your left hand on a block or your thigh. Some of you will take a full bind, opening up the right side of your body. So the right shoulder stays up. If it's coming down here, just let go of the bottom arm and open up. Good count, nice. All right, so another big breath in the bent knee version. Exhale. And then inhale, straighten your front leg. Keep working the opening of that torso. Exhale. If your arms are bound, release them. Right arm up, left arm down. Press down, inhale, rise up. You can keep the block where it is or bring it to the center of your mat. Exhale, bring your arms behind your back. Knuckles down, change the grip of your fingers, lift your chest, and forward fold. Bend your knees, head down, arms up. Inhale, release your hands under your shoulders, look forward. Exhale, take your hands between your legs, turn the fingers away from you, and draw your chest towards your arms. Head down towards the floor. If you have an inversion that you'd love to do here, great opportunity for it. Don't feel the need if you don't have to do it, it's fine. Inhale, lengthen. Hands under shoulders. Exhale, turn to the front of your space. Step into downward facing dog. And bend one knee then the other. I think this might be our first dog of the morning. Walk it out. And then find stillness in your dog. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank, top of a push-up, belly is lifted, nice and strong. Resist the earth with the heel of your hands. Shift a little forward, bend your elbows halfway down. Inhale, roll over your toes. Thighs lifted, heart opens. Exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Push back to your heels, child's pose. Arms extended out in front of you. Inhale, take your right hand underneath your left arm, palm up, just like we did before, but our hips are down now. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm underneath the right, palm up, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rise up onto your hands and knees and then bring your forearms to the floor. Elbows underneath shoulders. You can hold your hands together or in prayer or separate them. Tuck your toes underneath you. Pull the knees up to off the floor and lift your hips up in the air. Start here, just a dolphin pose. Before we do anything, a little bit stronger or different. Stay with this pose. And then explore dolphin push-ups as you bring your chin in front of your thumbs and come back and forth. So do a couple rounds of that just to pull some strength into your shoulders. Hey, hey. And then one more, hips go up. Now as you do that, walk the feet in a little closer. Float your right leg off the floor. If you want to experiment with a couple of hops, right leg goes up, left leg goes to your glutes, or not, and put the right foot down when you're done. Lift the left leg up. Good. Keep the hips or the shoulders, everything squared. And if you want to experiment with little hops, you kick your left leg up and right heel to the buttocks. If you take flight, take flight. Bring both feet down. Walk your feet back. Plank on your forearms. Pull the belly in. Glide forward of your thumbs and back a couple times. And then come forward, open your hands now, palms down. Shift forward, lower the hips, Sphinx pose. You're lifted above your hips. Oh, Cindy, good morning. Better late than never. Pull the belly button in. Vacation late. Shoulders back. Open up your chest. Bring them out here, we'll take care of them. Good. One more breath here in your Sphinx. And then push your hips to your heels. Walk your hands back. This time bring your arms by your side with the palms up. Drape your shoulders over your thighs. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up on your heels. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, let's take a twist outside the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, twist the other side. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, float your arms down. Now shift your weight off to either side and then find either the long side of your mat if you'd like, or stay forward. It's up to you and your space as well. And open up into a straddle, and it doesn't have to be the biggest straddle. Have your strap again, towel, and a block. So just have everything nearby. Turn your toes up to the sky. Good. Looking beautiful, everybody. Shoulders back. Take your hands behind your back, or behind your hips, I should say. Lift your hips up, and then settle down again. Keep your shoulders back, chest open. Good. Let go of your hands. Take your strap into the right hand. Bring it up overhead. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Just work with your shoulders, your back, your clothes. Take your left arm out, turn the palm up. Grab the back of the strap. Inhale. So we did all this standing. Exhale, lean to your right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to your left side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, with a long spine, hinge forward. So as I said, we did it standing, a little bit more intense in the upper body, but if your lower body comes down low, you might feel some intensity in not only the arms, but the groin, right? One more breath in this length. Inhale, rise up. Lean again to your right side, and let's just stay there. You can let go with your left arm, and just lean a little bit more with your torso. Bring the left arm overhead. So you can let go of the strap or just hold it in your right hand. It's not doing anything. It's not hurting anybody. And then rotate, just like we've been doing in our standing postures. Rotate the torso, so either your hip, shoulder, and arm up all the way in one fell swoop. One more breath. Good. Let go of the strap. Bring both arms out to the side. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float your arms down, walk your hands forward. Stop at your first point of resistance, just pause. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Not your deepest expression. Walk it back in. Sit up tall, make any adjustments you need. Use your hands to give you the assistance again. And then take your strap or your towel into your left hand. If you don't have it, just use your shirt. Bring the arms overhead, or the left arm overhead. Take your right arm behind you. Reach up the strap towel. Inhale. Listen to the back. Exhale, lean to the left side. So stay upright like that. You can't go forward and back. You can only go side to side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward. Long spine. Breathe. Try to not roll your hips in with this, but keep them open today. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lean to your left side. Release the right hand. Now we've been doing this all along. Hip, shoulder, I had you take it right up overhead. And now take it over to the left side. Keep your right hip grounded. Release the towel. Two arms to the left. Inhale, use your core to come up. Exhale, reach your arms to either leg. Some of you will grab your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and hinge forward. If you have a block there, you can put your head on it. If you can reach it, any height, or just hinge forward. Breathe in, and empty out. Good, if you're holding your toes, bring your hands back in the center. Lift yourselves up. Exhale, spin your right foot to the front of your mat. So perhaps you'll be facing the camera, but the front of your mat. Adjust your hips and bring your legs out in front of you. Bring the arms down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. I'll show you from the side a little bit. And round your spine. Just go part of the way down. And then, remember the scapular punches we did earlier? So I want you to start to bring your shoulders forward and back. Still in and around the spine. A little tricky there. And back. Now this time when you come with your shoulders back, extend your spine. Exhale, round and curl. It's almost like rowing, right? Inhale, extend, open. Exhale, round and curl. While we're working our abdominals in here, sneaky little way, open up. Now come back to the rounded spine. Hold here, like you're in, I think this might be first position arms, I'm not sure. Been a long time. Pull the belly in, and pull the belly in nice and long. Karen's laughing. All right, legs are long, strong. Start to articulate your spine down one vertebrae at a time. As you come all the way to the floor, let your head touch, keep your legs active, bring your arms over your shoulders. Now, press your right arm to the ceiling, lift the right shoulder off the floor, and then exhale, press it back down. Inhale, lift your left arm off the floor towards the ceiling. Exhale, press it down. Let's do both arms together, reach up. So these scapular punches. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Good. Breathe in, exhale, down, and open your arms to a T. Bend your knees, line up your heels with your sitting bones. Shift your hips to the left, let your knees fall over to the right side. You can take the added weight of your right ankle over your left knee, and then maybe walk your left foot more to the left side. Arms can stay there or go overhead. A little bit more stretched on the left side of the body. Inhale, release your arms back to the side. Keep your right ankle, if it's there, above the left knee, or put your right ankle on the left knee. Take your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips right, let your knees twist to the left. Uncross your legs. Draw yourself back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Round and curl your spine. Exhale, feet down, arms down. Let your knees drop to the left. Stay there or take the left ankle on the right thigh. Walk the right leg out. Take the arms to the sides. And stay there. If it feels right, take the arms overhead. Release your arms by your side. If your ankle's crossed, keep it. If it's not, bring your right leg to the floor, cross your right ankle, and then left ankle, excuse me, and then cross it all the way over knee, shift your hips left, let your knees fall to the right. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees to the center. Hug your knees to your chest, head and shoulders lift up. Inhale, lay back on your back, open up your legs, happy baby. Feet to the ceiling, hands on the outside of the foot or the big toe, but keep your tailbone down. So move your legs a little further away from your chest if needed. And like we did a moment ago in our straddle, you can take your peace finger grip around your big toe and open up your legs into straddle, or hold your hands anywhere else, not your knee if possible. And again, tailbone resting down towards the floor. Inhale. And exhale, bring your legs together. Release your hands, lower your legs about a third of the way, reach your arms in front. Inhale, lift yourself up, find your boat pose with straight, bent legs, or even if you need to touch the floor. Inhale, lift your heart, extend out of your hips. Exhale, lower your legs, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana, full, intense, western side stretch of your body. Inhale and exhale. One more little twist. Left arm outside right foot, thigh, shin, right arm up to the hip, the shoulder, the arm up or overhead. Use the left arm on the right leg to open up your torso. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, cross the right arm over the left and fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Right arm stays. Left arm moves to the hip, shoulder up or overhead. All the things we've been practicing. Just a little bit more movement. And then exhale, left arm folds. Inhale, rise up, arms up. Take your arms behind you, fingers in either direction. Bend your knees or straighten your legs, lift your hips up, reverse table. Exhale, lower your hips. And just keep your legs where they are for now. If you have only one block, put it by your back on its low side, right against your back. I'll turn around again. If you have a second block, put it where your head's going to be, right? But if you only have the one block, let's try it. Make sure that we have enough space for our head on the floor. So you're leaning right against the block. It's on its flat side, low side. Then inhale, bring it up one time. So it's on the medium side. And then bring it back one more time. So it's back on the flat side. Take your arms down, forearms down, and rest. So now the block comes under the shoulder blades, not where we had it in the beginning of class. Under the shoulder blades. Either your head will touch the floor or the block, if you have a block, and the block behind you can also be on any of the height. And so here you have this expanse of your shoulders, chest opening. Bring the arms by your side, supported fish pose. If you have none of the above, you can do fish pose by bringing your arms underneath you, head goes back, heart lifts up. So you choose what's right for you. So, again, blocks are great, but if you don't have them, we can always accommodate. Hi, doggy. Just wants to be with you. All right, so stay in this supported fish pose. You can stay for the rest of the class in this supported fish pose. If you don't have a block, you can use a dog. They love it when you lay all over them, since they like to lay all over you. And here we just kind of let the lower body release, let the upper body expand. And as I said, I invite you to stay in fish supported or not supported. But you can also bring yourself just right onto your back and let go of everything. If you'd like, if you have, again, 1 or 2 blocks under your knees or your thighs for a little support, or stay where you are in some stillness. And as you start to make your way, either staying in this pose or out of this pose, to flat on your back Shavasana, take the opportunity to surrender everything to the earth, to the mat, to the block. Start to let go.
Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.